She won't whisper her desire, won't spell it out in neon lights, but when attraction ignites, her body betrays her in ways she can't control. If you're not tuned in, you'll miss the signals, misread the moment, and worst of all, you'll chase when you should have let her come to you. The truth is raw and unfiltered. A woman's nervous system spills her secrets long before her words do. This isn't about your looks, your wallet, or the perfect pickup line. It's about the energy you carry, the frame you hold, the unshakable presence that makes her subconscious scream what her conscious mind suppresses. When you master that, her signals light up like a roadmap to her desire. Today, on WisdomWavesAura, I'm breaking down the 6 undeniable signs she's drawn to you, lit up, and tuned in whether she knows it or not. By the time you're done watching, you'll see the heat in her every move, and you'll never misread the game again. First, let's talk about her eyes. They're the windows to her instincts, and when you spark something deep, they can't lie. Picture this. You walk into a room, your energy steady, your vibe locked in. You catch her gaze, and for a split second, she holds it too long, too intense before her eyes drop fast, like her brain slammed the brakes. That downward glance isn't just shyness, it's primal submission, hardwired by evolution. It's her nervous system signaling surrender, a silent eulogy she doesn't even realize she's giving. She might flick her eyes to her phone, her hair, anything to seem busy, but don't be fooled. That quick drop isn't disinterested, it's her body processing your presence, feeling your energy in a way she can't ignore. Her pupils might dilate, her gaze might waver, but she's not pulling away. She's caught in the pull of your frame. Here's where most guys trip up. They see that glance and pounce, thinking it's an invitation to chase. Big mistake. On WisdomWavesAura, we don't chase, we command. You don't lean in, you don't flood her with words, you don't break the tension. You stay grounded, let the moment simmer, and watch her curiosity build. The longer you hold your frame, the more her glances linger, the louder her silence gets. Soon, her desire has nowhere to hide. That's the power of staying centered, and it's the first sign you're in her head without saying a word. Next, let's zero in on her legs specifically, the way they cross when you're near. Most people see a woman cross her legs and think it's just posture, comfort, or manners. They're dead wrong. That move is a biological lock, a subtle signal from her hips screaming one thing. She feels exposed, and she's liking it more than she admits. When her desire kicks in, her body shifts, thighs tighten, pelvis tilts forward, and those legs cross. Not to block you out, but to manage the tension building inside her. It's called muscular guarding, a reflex where her body creates pressure to contain the heat you're stirring. If she's seated, watch for the subtle squeeze of her thighs, the slight shift in her seat, or the faint bounce of her foot. That's not random. Fidgeting, it's her nervous system talking loud and clear. The mistake most guys make here is crowding her space. They see her cross her legs, sense the vibe, and start talking faster, leaning closer, trying to confirm what they feel. That kills the polarity. On WisdomWavesAura, we play it differently. You stay calm, rooted, unshaken. Your stillness amplifies her internal chaos. The more composed you are, the more her body betrays her. Those crossed legs aren't a wall, they're a confession. She's not rejecting you, she's containing the energy you're sparking. Keep your frame strong, and that tension won't just stay in her legs, it'll burn in her thoughts long after you're gone. She replayed how her body reacted, how you didn't flinch, and you'll become the man who knew without needing her to say a word. Now, let's talk about her voice. You don't need a confession, no bold declaration. Just listen to how she sounds when you're around. When your presence hits her nervous system, her voice shifts in ways she can't control. It might get lighter, softer, breathier, or even higher pitched, like her body's trying to keep up with the spike in her heart rate. This isn't her trying to sound cute, it's her autonomic nervous system reacting to arousal. Her throat loosens, her breathing shifts, and suddenly her words carry a rhythm that wasn't there before. She might giggle for no reason, pause mid-sentence, or ask random questions just to keep talking near you. That's her subconscious craving connection, reaching for you without logic. Most guys ruin this by matching her energy, talking louder, joking harder, trying to keep up with her playfulness. That's a trap. On WisdomWavesAura, we don't mirror her chaos, we anchor it. You keep your tone steady, your words deliberate, your vibe unshakable. Let her swirl in her vocal shifts while you stay the rock she's drawn to. The more you ground yourself, the more her voice betrays, her slowing down, leaning closer, lingering like she doesn't want the moment to end. That shift in her tone isn't just chemistry, it's her body adapting to your dominance, and if you stay composed, that vocal spark turns into unspoken heat. Then there's the way she touches herself, not in the way you might think, but in ways that scream attraction if you know what to look for. You're talking, your energy's locked in, and suddenly her fingers brush her neck, graze her wrist, tug at her sleeve, or play with her ring. Maybe she adjusts her bra strap or slides her hand along her thigh. You might wonder if she's bored or distracted, but that's the furthest thing from the truth. She's regulating her nervous system because your presence is lighting her up. When a woman feels that subtle pull of arousal, her body needs to release that energy somehow. Since she can't act on it directly, not yet, her hands become her outlet. Those touches aren't random. They're her instincts coping with the tension you're building. Here's the key. Watch where her fingers go. If they hover near sensitive spots, her throat, her lips, her inner wrist, her thighs, you're hitting her pleasure zones without even trying. The more she touches herself while you stay silent, composed, and present, the more she's thinking about you in ways she won't admit. Most men jump in here, teasing or calling it out, thinking they're being slick. That's a rookie move. On WisdomWavesAura, we let the tension speak for itself. You hold eye contact, keep your energy steady, and let her hands betray her desire. She's not just fidgeting, she's confessing, reacting to your centered masculinity in the only way her body knows how. Stay calm through it, and she craved the one thing she can't get from herself: your command over her energy. Let's move to her legs again, but this time, it's about motion that goes nowhere. You're sitting close, not touching, maybe, not even talking much, but look down, her foot's bouncing, her knees twitching, her thighs are shifting every few seconds. Most guys think she's uncomfortable or bored, ready to bolt. Wrong. She's not trying to leave. She's trying to manage the pressure you're building without saying a word. This is psychomotor agitation, a fancy term for her body reacting to arousal through movement. When you spark her desire, energy floods her lower body. Dopamine, oxytocin, adrenaline, it shows up in those restless legs. She's crossing and uncrossing, bouncing her foot, adjusting her posture, not because she's anxious, but because she's stimulated. Here's where you separate yourself from the pack. Most guys see that movement and try to fix it. They lean in, crack a joke, or break the silence to ease the tension. That's the opposite of what you do. On WisdomWavesAura, we let the silence expand. Let her squirm. Let her feel the weight of your presence. Your stillness makes her movement louder, not just to you, but to her. She notices her leg won't stop, feels how self-aware she's becoming, and that awareness becomes a feedback loop. She starts wondering why she's so restless, why you're so calm, why her body's reacting this way. That's when the real fire starts, not just in her body, but in her mind. Women fall into attraction through psychological exposure, and when her body moves without her permission while you stay unshaken, you become the trigger she can't control. Finally, the sixth sign is the ultimate confession. She overtalks, then falls silent. 1 minute, she's chatty, playful, firing off questions and sharing stories. The next, she's quiet, staring at her hands, breaking eye contact, lost in her own head. What just happened? This is her psyche hitting overload. Your presence, your calm, your unshakable frame. It's forced her to confront the heat inside her. That switch from oversharing to retreating is her mind processing the desire she can't hide anymore. She's not pulling away. She's sinking into the intensity of what you are. Most guys panic in that silence, thinking the vibe's dead, so they fill it with chatter or jokes. That's the fastest way to kill the moment. On WisdomWavesAura, we know better. That silence isn't awkward, it's attraction deepening. She's replaying the scene in her head, wondering why she feels this pull, why her heart's racing, why she can't shake you. Her fidgeting picks up, her breathing shifts, and she might steal one long look before darting her eyes away. That's when you know she's drawn in, craving something she doesn't fully understand yet. And the man who reads these signs, who stays calm through every signal, who doesn't pounce or chase, he becomes the one she can't stop imagining. You've just unlocked the code to signals most men never see, not because women hide them, but because most guys are too distracted to notice. On WisdomWavesAura, we're about silent power, discipline, presence, and control. Attraction starts in the quiet moments, in the way her legs shift, her voice softens, her eyes confess. It's not about manipulation or tricks, it's about awareness. The more composed you stay, the more her energy reveals itself. The more you let tension build without flinching, the more she feels you without a word spoken. That's Stoic psychology. That's the game few play, and it's why you're different now. If this hits you deep, drop a comment below and let the WisdomWavesAura community know you're stepping into this new level of awareness. Share this with a brother who's still chasing too hard, talking too much, missing the signs. Subscribe to WisdomWavesAura for weekly doses of Stoic truths, psychological fire, and red pill wisdom that cut through the noise. Together, we don't chase, we command. Keep riding the wave, and I'll see you in the next one.